Hey y'all. Yeah, it's loud for a minute. Just hold on. Whoa, I'm about to slide down. It's so slick in this bird lotting spot. That's my pile that's got to be burned. But check this out. We've had enough rain for the last few days that it has partially filled this pond up that's been empty all summer. And you can see the pipe over there, right there. That's how high the water level used to be in here. But it makes me sad for these guys. They're just so pitiful. They would definitely much rather have an actual pond than the little children's wading pools. So hopefully now that that Aaron is home for a while, we will be able to dig this pond out and create something that will, give them a place to swim about. Look at the ducks. I don't know what they're doing. They found something to snack on. But these guys, look how sweet. Yes, they're loud. I know some of them, some of you they annoy tremendously. But I love my geese. They're just goofy. Let me see if we can pick out the two goslings. There's one. Well, I had him inside a moment ago, but I've lost him. Or her. We don't know what they are yet. But they do love having a pond, and that you can see the geese are standing up. The ducks, it's actually deep enough for them to kind of float about a bit in. The geese just are walking across. Bless. Sweet babies. Oh. I would love for them to have a pond actually that big so that the geese and the ducks can enjoy it at the same time. I think that probably even once the pond is dug, I think I will still build some platforms out here along this edge that will be nice and flat so that we can still use the wading pools and give all of them plenty of room to enjoy some water. But yeah, I just released the chickens. I've got to go release the peas, and I'm going around behind the chicken house. As you can see, that is just, we've had 3 or 4 days now of nice rain, nice gentle rain that has soaked into the ground. Hugh and I went out yesterday to get bird food for our... There's Bela. Listen to him howl. Bless his heart. Papa put him outside, forgot about him. But anyway, when we were out just passing the river, it was pretty obvious that it had not washed. I mean, the water was not muddy. There's Papa. He's waving. But the water was not muddy, and the river was not deep. So the water has actually soaked into the ground nicely. instead of washing. And we really needed that. Really, really needed that. Hey, girls. Hey, girls. Loading up trash to take to where we've cleaned up the fields and different things like that. That has to go to the dump. But Hugh had them sitting at the back of the truck. And it was so windy yesterday that it has blown them a bit. My little ones will be glad to be outside today because they've been on the porch for the last few days. So I'm putting them out in just a bit too. But anyway, look at the trees. We had so much wind that it has pretty much stripped them. Lots and lots. Lots of wind. I want to show you the very last rose, and it's surprising to me that it hasn't been totally blown off. Now that we're going to have a few cool and dry days, I'm hoping to get these flower beds finished too. Check that out, y'all. That is the very last rose of the season. And what a beauty. And he smells as wonderful as he looks. And up here, this little sunflower is still hanging on. My goodness. His little leaves or his little petals are curling a bit. But just look at that. That is so crazy. We've had several pretty good frosts. You guys, this one is not going to open up. One side is the petals are green, and it looks like they're not really going to open up beautifully. But that's okay. How incredible is this? Yay. Most of these little pots, some of them still have things that need to be set out. We've got a few bamboos and some willow that needs to go in the ground somewhere just to put it through the winter. There's a couple of elderberry that can still be put out. And over there's some ginger. I don't know if ginger actually survives the winter or not. But check this out. This borage is still blooming and giving our bees a little bit of nectar for the winter. Yeah, it is a crazy mess right now. It'll be all picked up and put away soon. But there's just only so many hours in the day, y'all. And some of these things seem like they should just be easy to do very quickly, but they're not. When there's so many things to do, everything takes on a less importance, I guess. And actually, over these rainy days, Chelsea and I have been working on, she's had the MRIs. I told you all that. Actually, I don't know if I've told you the last of, look at this baby. He is right outside the door of the pea house. And that's where he waits almost every morning. Hi, Ratchet. Hi, sweet one. Look at you. Look at you. What a big boy. Sweet, sweet bird. He and Ferdinand both are so gentle. Such gentle giant birds. Hi, darling. And his tail feathers are coming in. You see all that red? That's the tip of his tail feathers that are growing in. Hi, darling. Move away and let me open the gate. Hi, littles. Hey, sweet ones. Hey, guys. I'm going to stand here and film them coming out because I think a lot of you enjoy that as much as I do. Look at them over there, still hanging out. Bunches of them. Bunches of bees. Hi, darlings. Look at you. Look at you. Look how bright and colorful he is. The rest of you guys coming? Are you coming? There's Marguerite. Now that her babies are bigger, they're bigger than she is. Look at that. So it's easy now to tell her apart from her littles. Before they became really, really colorful and really, really, really big, sometimes I had to really look them over carefully to determine who was who. But I love these birds. And Ratchet has decided to go inside and eat a little bit. Yes. But my big goal over the next 2 weeks is to get the chicken coop and the pea house ready for winter. I want to get fresh bedding in there and all their floors and in all their nesting boxes. And on the pea house, I want to get the plastic, or not the plastic, but the black roofing paper wrapped around and attached. Won't be lovely, but that's okay. This pea house is not lovely at all, but it's functional. They're still eating my winter wheat seed. You guys, seriously? Seriously? I haven't even looked close enough to see if we have any signs of germination yet. But but getting back to Chelsea, she finished up all of her MRIs, and she's been reading the results in her patient portal. She sees, let me see, she sees the neurologist tomorrow. And so we're hoping that there'll be some answers for her. But strangely, oddly enough, but also we're pleased, is that the MRIs are not showing any damage in her brain. Run, 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 little. So that is indicative that MS may not be the issue. That makes me happy, but it also kind of puts us back at square one of not knowing. But I think that the neurologist will be able to compile everything that has been, all of the testing that has been done at this point, and be able to come up with the most likely scenario. There's so many possibilities when it comes to autoimmune disease, so many. And Chelsea, having been in the medical field herself for so many years, she's been, comparing things and doing searches, and has came up with some fairly good possibilities herself. And so she'll be able to discuss those with the neurologist on Friday also. And doctors only have so many hours in their day, so a lot of times, as the patient, we have to do a lot of the research ourselves and kind of help the doctor, because they don't have time to keep up with absolutely everything that's going on in the medical field. But Chelsea and she's been telling me some of the things that she's finding, and I can't repeat it here because I don't understand it, but when she was telling me about it, it made sense. I thought, oh, yeah, I can see that. So I think she's come up with some pretty good possibilities, and she and her neurologist will discuss that, those things, and then we'll move forward. But I still feel a lot of optimism. I still really truly think that we're going to get to the bottom of this, and she will be recovering from this time forward, at least to the point that she is able to hopefully a very functional level in her life, where she can do the things that she wants and needs to do, and just to enjoy the existence. I just want her to be pain-free, and the pain has been, pretty overwhelming this winter. Where are you going, Scooter? They're so funny when they just run. When they run. You can see the difference in the coloring with those two over there now. Well, hold your heads up. All right, that's Marguerite. And the one to her right now and the one behind her are her children. See how colorful they are. Their necks are more blue, well, especially in certain light, and hers is definitely more green. But anyway, these crazy birds. All right. And there's 11 out here. And then Taylor, she's always up in the rafters. Let's go look at her. She's always up in the rafters. So she's 12. And then Ratchet is 13. And Ferdy is 14. So we have 14 bees, y'all. And hopefully we'll be able to find homes for some of them, especially the males, because I don't want the males fighting with one another. But I have no idea how they're to be caught. I don't think that I have the temperament to catch them, because it would make me afraid that I would hurt them. So that's yet to be determined. But next year we've already determined that we will gather their eggs, especially if we end up keeping a lot of these babies. We will gather their eggs and sell their eggs or give their eggs away instead of allowing them to hatch, because we can't just keep adding peas. Nope, not at all. All right, y'all. I love you much. I will chat with you soon, and hopefully be able to show you some improvement around here. I have been thinking of something, and just let me know what you think, because it does just seem like my videos are just constantly, basically almost identical. Maybe changing a word here or there, but I do other things on this farm other than, you know, releasing the birds and working in the flowers. But just wondering if y'all are interested in seeing some other content of what's going on here. And I know, you know, I certainly am not, I don't have a big head and think that y'all are just so interested in our lives because we're crazy and so unique. I think y'all are interested in our lives because it's just calm here, and life is hard right now. I understand that, but I would like to shake up the videos and make them a little bit more interesting. And so I'm wondering if y'all would be interested in maybe some crafting videos. I don't know that I'll do another painting video. I will if y'all are interested in that, but because I am in the process of setting up a studio where I can work, but I know that I paint so slowly that if Aaron or Chelsea can show me how to speed up the videos so that I can make them, you know, less time consuming, I would do a painting video. Some of y'all in times past have seemed to enjoy the cooking videos, especially the ones where Hugh's sharing some of the old-fashioned things that his mom taught him. And Hugh's a better cook than I am, partly because he enjoys cooking. I do not. But, and then of course, the videos where he has been involved in doing something interesting, like tearing down part of a barn, or, you know, splitting wood or something of that nature. But yeah, I'd be happy to do some other things like that. It's a matter of setting up the tripod so that my hands are free and just hanging out with y'all doing different things. But let me know what you think and what you would be interested in, and we'll move forward with that. But y'all, I love you much. Hang in there. Enjoy the day. This is going to be the first rain-free day that we've had in several, so I'm looking forward to it. And I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye-bye.